We begin this ride crossing the Via Oreto Bridge, passing over the Oreto River, one of Palermo's most important natural boundaries. Today we're exploring a few less traveled places around Palermo, more towards the outskirts. I rent a bike and start heading towards Castello di Maredolce. This route isn't designed for visitors, it's designed for people who live here. We roll into residential streets, apartment blocks, small shops, shutter window storefronts. The road narrows into a stone alley, its walls worn smooth by time, graffiti layered over centuries of old masonry. Built in the 12th century during Arab Norman Sicily, this is Castello di Maredolce. Today, much of the structure stands in a fragile state. Portions have been stabilized, whitewashed walls, a shallow domed space, an information panel documenting its original size and layout. This was not a fortress or a church, but a royal residence surrounded by water gardens. This site shows how Palermo's rulers once lived outside the city walls, blending Norman authority with Arabic engineering and garden design. Back on the bike, we pass beneath an overpass, concrete, graffiti, and shadows. This underpass connects neighborhoods that rarely appear on tourist maps. We rejoin the road as the buses pass and cars move steadily through. This stretch feels worn, not neglected, just long used. Some buildings here are abandoned and others clearly lived in. An inscription appears referencing Giuseppe Garibaldi, dated from 1860 to 1910. 1860 marks Garibaldi's arrival in Sicily during the expedition of the Thousand. Ahead stands Ponte dell'Ammiraglio, one of Palermo's most important medieval structures. Built in 1131 under Norman rule, this bridge once carried traffic across a much wider Oreto River. Its pointed arches reflect Islamic influence engineering introduced during Norman Sicily. Crossing the bridge, the stone surface is uneven but intact. This bridge has survived floods, wars, neglect, and urban sprawl, still standing nearly 900 years later. Today, the bridge sits inside a quiet park, cactus, walking paths, and scattered benches. Despite its UNESCO status, this site remains largely overlooked by mass tourism. These openings once controlled river flow. Now they stand dry and empty, trashed and overgrown, showing how infrastructure outlives its original purpose. Above, flower beds and maintained paths create a sharp contrast. Preservation happens unevenly here, carefully restored above, forgotten below. Leaving the bridge area, the environment shifts again. Industrial remnants appear. Warehouses, debris, and open land once tied to Palermo's port economy. This is Romagnolo Cove, once a popular city beach before decades of industrial pollution drove people away. In recent years, cleanup efforts have slowly brought the water back to life. The shoreline is covered with smooth pebbles, greens, whites, grays, browns, and different shades. Among them, sea glass appears, fragments of human waste transformed by time and motion into something unexpectedly beautiful. We'll take one last look at the water before ending this episode. Thank you for joining me today on this journey, and hope to see you next time.